Okay, hi, Lawyer 6. Today I'm going to talk about your paper 2 writing. Okay, so to save time, I really want to make this, shorter than 10 minutes. So let's move on without further ado. Right, so let's look at part A. In case you cannot remember, so this is a brief background information about your part A short writing. So the topic is you have seen a poster about a mobile phone app for teenagers, and you have decided, and you are now writing a promotional leaflet. Okay, remember, promotional leaflet is better for you to have subheadings, but many of you don't have it. So promotional leaflet for this short writing. And the task requirement, don't forget this. This is very, very important. Okay, it's really mentioned that you have to talk about these three things. The task requirement, okay, is listed in the topic. So what the app is like. So basically, you just talk about what the name of the app, whether it's a game or it's something that helps you with your studies. Number 2, why people will use it. So talk about its benefits. And number 3, how the app attracts more users. So basically, you can just use these three requirements as the subheadings for your promotional leaflet. And the formality is a bit informal because that's promotional leaflet only. So first step, very, very important. You need to brainstorm some ideas. So here, as I said, the middle part, you can think about whether this is for academic purpose or for social purpose about making friends, or it's just like something that you can relax because teenagers are facing a lot of pressure. So you need the app for you to relax. All three ideas are fine as long as you can justify it. Okay, so that's point number 1. Point number 2, don't forget a subheading. You need to talk about why people will use it. So you can use the mind map to think about the reason. Some of you talk about an app which you can ask questions online. It's like an online Q&A platform, which is good, a nice idea. So you can talk about reason why people use it, because it's hard to ask questions. Students are generally very shy, so they'll find it hard to open their mouth after a lesson. Or you can say that the classmates are very busy. Okay, and second reason, try to come up with another one. And then point number 3, how to attract people. This is point number 3. Well, how to attract people. So you can say that the app is very user friendly, or the app is very useful, or you can have some of you talk about experience, like RPG game, that you can, the more you use it, the higher the score you will have, and then gradually people will use it. That's good. Or you can talk about why people use it, how to attract people, because very strong database, because you have authorities, okay, or you have quality control by teachers and professors. If you're talking about academics, to show that this is very good, people will use it. That's fine. Okay, but the main point is you have to brainstorm ideas. Don't skip this part. Now, well, I know that many of you come up with ideas, but this is the main problem because most of your ideas are, very shaky. I'll use the word shaky to describe it. Okay, so how do we know if our ideas are good enough? Think about what you have learned in liberal studies. Okay, I just talked to Miss Sin, and surprisingly, most of the terms have been taught to you, before. So this is a problem. You can think about how we check those points. Now, number 1, think about whether your idea can be replaced by something that you already have. Okay, so if you have something, for example, if it is a Q&A app that you can ask questions, then please think about why it is better than asking questions in the forum or asking questions in some of the websites. Hey, okay. Number 2, think about whether it can really help people. So it's the effect or the results. Okay, 成效啦. I think you learned this point. Alright, so really think about this. Number 3, whether it's possible to create this app. Is it possible? Is it likely? Is it feasible? So if you talk about, well, this app can help you solve every problem that you have in your daily life, from earning money to getting a girlfriend and so on, then I will have a big question mark whether you can really do it. Okay, and of course you can think about whether a lot of people need this kind of support, or you're just talking about just a few students. Then it will be a big question mark whether we should really, design this app. So this is your time. Okay, I need you to think about your ideas before you come to the lesson tomorrow. All right, so please try to brainstorm ideas using your mind map on page 3, and please double check your ideas with the criteria that we just talked about before. Okay, you can always go back to the PowerPoint. Now the PowerPoint has been uploaded to Schoology, so always check it. And I need you to write a brief introduction of your idea after you have done the brainstorming and also checking the points are really good points. Okay, so please write down your ideas in the forum, Loyal 6 forum in Schoology. And the next day, I'll need you to present your ideas to your classmates. Okay, part B, long writing. Now, because of time, well, I'll just talk about the 3 most popular topics that you have. The first one is sports communication. Well, you're writing a proposal to the Sports Commission Secretary suggesting a new annual sports event which can be introduced and promoted in Hong Kong instead of walkathon, marathon, and triathlon. Okay, now we are talking about a new annual sports event. Okay, a new sports event. So make sure you underline the information, very key information, like here. Okay, like this one, this is a proposal, and this is one new sports event. So make sure you underline it in the topic, and think about the following questions. Okay, one sports event. Task type is a proposal, so make sure you have heading, subheading. Okay, be very familiar with the format. Task requirement. Okay, propose one sports event. Introduce, of course, when you talk about proposal, you should talk about benefits, because otherwise people will not listen to you. You should persuade. Okay, talk about benefits and also persuade the reader, convince the secretary. Okay, why we should have this, and of course, with some more details, that will be easier for you to convince the reader. Okay, so of course you have to include some details of event. Formality, this is a formal writing, so make sure you have a formal proposal. Target reader, of course, you are writing to someone senior. Okay, this is quite a high-ranking official, so that's why we have to be formal. Alright, well, I'll talk about another topic, and then I'll let you know what you need to do. Okay, topic 4. Social issue. Recently, there has been a lot of information in newspaper reporting that high sugar and salt content in the modern diet is having a very negative effect on the health of young people. As the chairperson of the student union, you are writing a letter to the manager of your school cafeteria, suggesting that they change the menu to include more healthy options. Okay, so the topic, of course, you are suggesting the tuck shop manager, the school cafeteria manager, to change their menu to have healthy options. Task type is the letter. Task requirement, just by common sense. Okay, you should talk about negative effects of the junk food on young people's health. So this is to talk about. This is really something serious. All right, we have to pay attention to. And number 2, of course, you need to give suggestions about the menu. This is the main task. Okay, so I would say that don't focus mainly on the bad effects. Instead, okay, you should focus mainly on what kind of menu, what kind of dishes or food or varieties that the menu should have, and give reasons. Okay, when I say give reasons, this is because you have to persuade the manager, because why should I listen to you? Why should I care so much as a manager? All right, I only care about how much money I can make. So you have to convince the manager to take your advice, and that is the key to success when it comes to this writing. Formal writing, of course, you're writing to a manager. Okay, so the target reader, of course, is the manager of the school tuck shop. All right, number 6. Well, workplace communication. We do have some people talking about this. It's challenging because not many of you know how to write a formal letter asking for your right, fighting for your right. When you are facing your boss. So you have been working for the same company for 5 years. Write an email to your boss asking for a higher salary, better working environment, and explain why you deserve it. So the topic or the theme is ask for these 3 things. Task type, email, task requirement. These 3 things, very straightforward. Formal writing, very formal. You're writing to your boss. Okay. So I will talk about details. Don't worry. I will explain more, things that you have to pay attention to and some of the grammar errors that you tend to make across the whole essay. But before that, you have to do your part. Okay. So what I need you to do is to focus on ideas. Okay. If you don't have the idea, that would be very hard for me to help you, because even though you have, in case you have, a very good language, without proper idea, is still a very average or below average piece of writing. So I need you to choose a topic. You can choose the one that you have written, for your paper too. And please brainstorm some ideas with a mind map and draw a writing plan. Now I need you to brainstorm some solid, ideas. Good ideas. Okay, don't come up with the same idea which are shaky, which are not convincing. Okay, so come up with the best of the best ideas for the writing plan. Okay, please check against the task requirement to make sure that you have really completed the task. And think about the format, the features of the task type, and please double check your ideas online. Okay, so when it comes to format and features, there are lots of information you can find from the internet, or so-called, the chicken soup books you can find from the bookshops. All right, so please find out the features of formal writing, formal letter, proposal, and so on. And language, as pre-task, I need you to go through your essay and try to correct the mistakes. Maybe there are lots of things that you know it yourself. Okay, so try to summarize 3 error patterns, and also please try to write down 3 big problems you don't know how to correct yourself. Okay, and we'll do it in class the next day. So before I end today, I just want to share this quote with you from Albert Einstein. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Okay, please keep moving and fight for your dream. Okay, I'll see you the next day. Bye.